Football is a sport that brings joy and excitement to millions of fans around the world. But amidst the cheers and celebrations, there have been moments that have left the footballing community in tears. From last-minute heartbreaks to unforgettable losses, this video unveils the most gut-wrenching and emotional moments in football history. Get ready to relive the heartbreak as we delve into the top heartbreaking moments that left the world stunned. Stay tuned. Number 8. In March 2017, during a La Liga match between Atletico Madrid and Deportivo La Coruña, Torres, 32 years old at the time, was struck from behind in a collision of heads with Deportivo's Alex Bergantinos. The incident occurred just 5 minutes before the end of standard time. Torres fell hard to the ground and lost consciousness immediately. Thankfully, Vashilko and Gabi, Torres' teammates, quickly rushed to his side and prevented him from swallowing his tongue, which could have blocked his airway. Their swift and heroic efforts were nothing short of miraculous as they worked together to save their teammate's life. The atmosphere on the field was tense and distressing. Fans held their breath, fearing the worst for Torres. Even Atletico defender Jose Maria Jimenez was seen in tears. But amidst the tension, there were moments of sportsmanship that touched the hearts of all. Deportivo fans rose to their feet and gave Torres a standing ovation as he was carefully carried off the field and rushed to the hospital. Fortunately, after undergoing cranial and cervical CT scans, the doctors discovered that Torres had not suffered any severe injuries. He made a remarkable recovery and could return to play for Atletico Madrid 2 weeks later. Number 7. A pretty similar occurrence happened on June 12, 2021, during Denmark's first match in Euro 2020 against Finland. The world watched in shock as Danish star Christian Eriksen collapsed on the field due to a sudden cardiac arrest. The cheers of Danish fans turned into anguished cries as they witnessed their beloved midfielder fighting for his life. But Captain Simon Kjær stepped up as a true hero amidst the chaos. Without hesitation, he rushed to Eriksen's side, and players and referees quickly gathered around him, blocking the cameras in the stadium. Kjær removed Eriksen's tongue to ensure he wouldn't choke and began administering CPR, desperately trying to bring him back to life. As the medical staff rushed to the scene, Kjær's unwavering determination and courage shone through. Time seemed to stand still as the minutes ticked by, and the world held its collective breath, praying for Eriksen's recovery. Finally, after 15 agonizing minutes, Eriksen was stretchered out of the stadium and rushed to the hospital. The entire world waited anxiously for news, and when it came, it was a moment of sheer relief. The hospital confirmed that Eriksen was alive and well, and he even posted a selfie after the surgery, affirming his determination to continue the fight. The support for Eriksen was overwhelming, with countless flowers pouring in from around the globe. The doctors later revealed that Kjær's quick actions had played a pivotal role in saving Eriksen's life. Today, Eriksen has made a remarkable recovery and has returned to the pitch, now playing for Manchester United. At least these occurrences didn't end Torres' and Eriksen's careers, because what happened in the next spot shattered everyone's heart. It was on July 8, 2017, during a pre-season friendly match between his club Ajax Amsterdam and Werder Bremen in Austria. Nuri was just 20 years old and came on as a substitute in the match's second half. During the match, Nuri suddenly collapsed due to a cardiac arrest on the pitch without any prior warning signs or symptoms. The medical personnel rushed to his aid and immediately performed CPR while awaiting an ambulance's arrival. Nuri was eventually airlifted to the hospital, where he was placed in an induced coma. Despite the medical team's best efforts, Nuri suffered severe and permanent brain damage due to a lack of oxygen during the cardiac arrest. This tragedy ended his football career, and it brought tears to the eyes of many. Nuri began his football career at the renowned Ajax Amsterdam Academy, quickly rose through the ranks, and debuted for the Ajax first team in September 2016 at the age of 19. He was considered a highly talented and promising young footballer by his teammates, coaches and fans alike for his skills and potential. He was going to become one of the stars in the game, but it happened. This is quite sad, but it's better than a promising player who lost his life in a plane crash. Number 5. Emiliano Sala was a name that once echoed with success and triumph in the football world. He was a talented Argentine player who had risen through the ranks, making a name for himself in clubs across Argentina and Europe. But little did he know that his journey would take a tragic turn in January 2019. It was a momentous transfer for Sala when he joined Cardiff City, a club in the English Premier League, from FC Nantes, a French club. He boarded a fateful flight to begin training with his new team. However, fate had other plans. Just before the takeoff, his pilot, David Eriksen, recorded himself and sent a voice memo to his friend criticizing the state of the plane, as if he knew it was a journey of no return. Sala too sent a voice memo to his family, pouring out his fears, and those haunting words were the last he ever spoke. The plane disappeared, leaving no trace, and despite desperate search efforts, Sala and the pilot were not found. Finally, the devastating news came. Sala's body was found inside the plane's wreckage, 220 feet below the water. Eriksen's body was never recovered. The world of football stood still in shock and grief. Sala's family, along with the families of the pilot and everyone else touched by their lives, were shattered by the loss. The pain was immeasurable, the sorrow overwhelming. Sala's last Instagram post, taken just hours before the crash, was haunting. The caption read, "La última chao," the last goodbye. Little did he know that those would be his final words to the world. May his soul rest in eternal peace. Let's move on. I feel really sad, while the next two on the list are just as saddening. Number 4. In a moment that shattered the hearts of millions of fans worldwide, Cristiano Ronaldo and his partner Rodriguez made a devastating announcement. With heavy hearts, they revealed that their precious baby boy had passed away. Their pain was indescribable, a sorrow that no parent should ever have to endure. Ronaldo described this as the worst moment he has passed through since his father died. The following day, as Ronaldo's team, Manchester United, was set to face off against Liverpool, the grief was still raw, and he couldn't bring himself to play. His mind clouded with sorrow and sadness. But as the match began, something unexpected happened. Liverpool fans stood up as one to show their support for Ronaldo. Number 3. Another moment that broke the hearts of many was when a little boy named Bradley Lowry died from neuroblastoma, a rare childhood cancer. He had captured the hearts of many around the world and was a symbol of hope and resilience, and he touched the lives of many with his infectious smile and positive spirit. He gained widespread attention through social media and his close relationship with his favourite football club, Sunderland AFC, where he formed a special bond with Sunderland striker Jermaine Defoe. His passing was a heartbreaking moment for Defoe and the world of football. Number 2. Well, not every heartbreak comes from tragedy. Sometimes it is caused by the departure of a loved one. In 2022, as Salernitana prepared to face off against Spezia in Serie A, the atmosphere was charged with emotion. The reason? It was the day football legend Frank Ribery bid farewell to his illustrious career. At the age of 39, he made the tough decision to retire due to a persistent knee injury. And as he stood in front of the roaring crowd at the Eriksen Stadium, tears streamed down his face. With a heavy heart, Ribery took the microphone and began his farewell speech. His voice cracked as he expressed gratitude to his teammates, coaches, and supporters who had been by his side throughout his career. He reminisced about the highs and lows, the victories and defeats, and the memories that would stay with him forever. But when he turned to the fans, the tears started to flow. Number 1. The same also happened with David Beckham when he played his final football match, ending his 21-year playing career. With tears glistening in his eyes, Beckham stood on the pitch before the match, waving to the adoring crowds and blowing kisses to his loyal fans during the warm-up for his last match. Emotions ran high as he prepared to bid farewell to the sport that had defined his life. As the match unfolded, Beckham poured his heart and soul into every moment, leaving nothing on the field. But the inevitable moment soon arrived. Beckham was substituted off in the second half, and he couldn't hold back the tears any longer. Overwhelmed by a flood of memories and gratitude, he wept openly as he made his way to the sidelines. The entire stadium rose to their feet, a thunderous standing ovation in honor of the football legend. Beckham was enveloped by his PSG teammates, who embraced him one by one as he walked off the pitch. As the announcer's voice boomed across the stadium, calling out his name, a thunderous roar erupted from the PSG fans. The air was charged with excitement as they chanted in unison, "Stay, David, stay." The electrifying atmosphere persisted throughout the match, a testament to the deep admiration and unwavering support for their beloved player. If you want to know some of the crazy expensive stuff David Beckham spent the money he made from his illustrious career on, and also how other footballers spend theirs, watch this video right here. Stupidly expensive things that football players own.